Hello and welcome to Acadia RPG. My name is Shane Stevens and I am your Dungeon Master. Thank you for joining us once again this evening. We are joined by our beautiful players, the ever so beautiful Meredith and the ever so wonderful Brittany, the Dice Toucher. Thank you guys for joining us again this evening for another episode on Acadia RPG.
Did you like the
Yeah, I saw that out of the corner of my eyes, just like...
The beautiful, the excellent.
The dice touching.
Yeah.
Shane, where's the
Tea?
No, the thing for the tea. The
Tea.
pot holder.
Oh,
This?
I thought you were talking about the cork thing.
No,
Oh,
Oh, you want the actual, like...
pot holder?
that's okay.
Here you go.
Do you want me to pour your tea?
I'll have Brittany pour my tea.
Oh,
I used to work in a coffee shop. I've been scalded so many times that I don't even feel it.
it's fair.
Sorry. That's what I talked about
I
when
thought
we
you
were
were-
downstairs.
I thought you were talking about to go underneath it.
No.
To be fair, that's also what I would have thought, so it's fine.
To make sure I don't burn my fingers off.
I understand. I apologize.
I haven't got any fingers to burn.
Because I've been burned by hot water before. No thank
They
you.
haven't by you before.
I've been burned really badly.
Scalding.
On my chest. It's very painful.
Well, don't worry, I'm not going to pour the tea there.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Anyway,
Doesn't mean that I might that I won't accidentally go, oh, blue.
that's fair. So, back into tonight's episode. For announcements, I don't think we have any announcements. If you notice, our guests have now left us for a time. We hope they will return along with our other guests.
Danny's still here. He's just in a green morph suit.
You just poke out in the mist. Giggles. Yeah, so they won't be joining us this evening. We'll hope to bring them back eventually, but yeah, we're happy to have them for a while. If you missed out
can
now,
I use it by the handle now?
Yeah.
if you missed out on
We go.
them being here, definitely go check our episodes out on YouTube. We shouldn't be too far behind there. Episodes should be coming up here soon in the episode on YouTube. Announcements. Stay tuned. We are going to be announcing our
Be
Christmas
tuned.
special. We're going to be doing a Christmas themed episode towards the end of the month.
Possibly with a moose, possibly with a satyr, possibly a sugar plum fairy, we don't know.
I'm really obsessed with the Nutcracker this year. I don't know, it's just like it's a thing.
But it
I
won't
just
be,
like it.
but it really won't be Pip dressed as a reindeer.
That's something I could be.
What? Nutcracker? Can be done.
It can.
So we'll be having a fun Christmas themed episode.
Who the heck knows what I'm gonna be? We'll figure it out. We'll get there.
This one, unfortunately, will not be murder mystery themed, but it will still be fun. So
Valentine's Day will definitely be a murder mystery.
Yes!
Listen, if
It's
we
just gonna
don't
be-
murder someone on Valentine's Day, like, what are we even here for?
Or have a mass shooting.
are you sure you don't want to do a tabletop dating sim?
Oh my god!
Horrifying! What would that even look like?
Figure it out.
I'm afraid. Would this be like that
Should we get like
that mystery date game with like the phone calls, the little cards, like you call the number? We had one of those when I was a kid, but half the cards were missing, so we just kind of dial random stuff. It was great.
Well, what I'll do is I'll get like little cardboards that pop up, and you have to pick a dialogue and assign points.
Haha, I got them all. What toy do I get? Just kidding. I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
Hit all the bachelors.
Oh my
Tried.
gosh. Yes.
Yes, we're
With
aware of
these
this.
freaking dice.
One time I tried to make you guys do a skill challenge.
Now we know. Listen, you think my lack of spatial awareness is just in imagining stuff? No, nothing. It's nothing.
What's sad is I think if I used a 5-gallon bucket, it probably would have went almost as poorly.
Listen.
Oh, sorry, you could still see that. Sorry, guys.
No hidden rude gestures this evening. It's alright, this isn't a... but
Be better if it was this.
Could be.
that's close enough.
Sorry,
Thank you for joining us for the violence here this evening. But anyway, be on the lookouts for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be doing fun themed episodes like that because we have a good time. Doing something different. And with that, I don't believe we have any more announcements. So we can go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of Field and Forest.
Woo!
Cue the applause track.
And the laugh track. And a theme song.
The theme song would be amazing.
If anybody wants to make us a theme song, like, we won't be mad.
Really, we won't.
Anything, your name will definitely get mentioned on the show. You can become famous to 11 followers.
Yeah!
And the three of us.
You'll forever be in our hearts.
The ones that really matter.
Alright, so, where we last left off, our adventurers were stuck in prison.
Whoops.
They had made it through the town of Sevendor, with some new found friends and some new found horses, after defeating some bandits. And they were falsely accused of stealing the horses, so they were thrown in prison.
Rudely.
So, after finding themselves in prison, they started talking to the person that was next to them, who turned out to be a man by the name of Brel, who was the teacher to the Manor Lords, and his brother. He was their mentor. Very disappointed in the Manor Lord's brother, who's now kind of wrenched control from using magic. You his help, and through the help of Daff, who brought your weapons and stuff back to you because he escaped, you guys were able to escape from prison and almost sneakily make your way up to where the magic kind of gem was. Upon making your way up the stairs and over to where the gem was, you found that the Manor Lord's brother, Liam, was in there. So after a confrontation with him and ending in his swift demise, you guys destroyed the gem, breaking the curse. The gem shards, you found out, had magical properties, and have gifted you guys with the ability to use the
Oh, I forgot.
message, or not message, but the
Tattoos!
yes, you can get there yet. The shards allow you basically to use it's not message. I can't remember what it's freaking called. It's like message, but anyway.
Sending?
No, it is message. Sending is the higher level one.
Boom.
So anyway, you got the message cantrip that you guys can now use, and you got extra shards that you can share around. And then the Manor Lord.
Is it a finite amount of uses?
No.
Or is it a finite distance?
Finite distance.
Gotcha.
It's like 120 feet.
I knew there was some like catch.
I actually like this.
It's super cute.
It's really nice to actually sit because that flat surface is really nice.
So you guys successfully set the Manor Lord and his
Come back
retinue
next
free.
episode for our critiques of various teacups.
Check us out for Arcadia RPG Rates T.
I mean, if that would be something people would be interested in seeing, like would
Yeah!
I'd be fine with it.
Me too!
Like I said, you guys are welcome to bring new things into the channel. Who knows? Doesn't all have to be necessarily tabletop stuff.
Moving back to the recap.
You guys, the Manor Lord was so happy that he was willing to give you magical items from his vault, including the magical tattoos, which he had a collection of, and he let you pick 2 for each of you. Yeah, excluding Daff screw Daff. So, upon perusing his collection, you guys both earned a magical tattoo, which gave you abilities, which are pretty cool. So,
Pip now has one across the eye.
she has a scar. So you guys got
Because she didn't let me have one of Pooh Bear.
No, I didn't.
So you guys got your magical tattoos, and you headed out of town. Perusing the local library and the local magic shops, you bought some new items, including a new staff to replace the one that broke. And
What's this one? Charming people? Something like that.
Did you get the charming staff or did you get the snake staff?
No.
Is it a snake? No, because I definitely didn't get the snake staff because it was just the head of the
Yeah.
snake. It was just like, bunk. What did I get?
So you probably got the charming staff.
I probably got the charming staff because I think it also did languages.
Yeah. So you guys got some new weapons, some new magical items, some fun magical items.
Skyblinder.
Oh, the
Even
Skyblinder
better.
staff. That's right.
Let's see, do you see it? No, you can't see it. You're like, she wouldn't let me get this.
So you got your new items, and you headed out of town, making your way towards Dawnpod with your newfound friends. And where we pick up is you guys are cresting the hill and able to see Dawnpod off in the distance, about another half a day's journey from you. It's currently about halfway through the current travel day, and you can see the city ahead of you with streams of people moving their way in and out of the city, and the houses and things sprawling away. You see the massive tower in the center that rises out of the center of the city and looks almost like a flower blooming. And, Faye, you would notice a smaller tower that's almost hard to see, sitting in the shadow of the larger tower on the outside of the city.
Do I recognize that place?
Just a tower sitting in
Alright.
the shadow. So, the only reason you notice it is because you have a high passive. So,
Really high.
Oh, did you edit some Pip's information?
what was I supposed to do?
The mystery key, and then make me proficient in the Morning Star.
Pretty sure it gave you the proficiency. I don't know if it gave you the mystery key.
Yeah,
Yes, you
Morning
did.
Star's there.
I
Woohoo!
gave you both.
No, the Morning Star.
Okay, so
Give
you're
me that.
proficient in the Morning Star.
Oh, by the way, you can edit the languages.
Oh?
Yeah, I was able to put in Fang and Bullywug.
I don't know if I learned any new languages.
No, she just learned new proficiency and the weapon. So she, when use the Morning Star. She
Yes,
chooses
you
to.
put mystery key.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I did it right away, but I have no recollection. So
That
normal.
completes housekeeping.
Sorry, just wanted to double check.
yeah, so you guys find yourself overlooking the city about a half a day's
it was
ride away.
stink stones.
Yeah.
Gross. I'm gonna regret you having that.
So what do you guys like to do?
What time of day is it?
It's about afternoon. Mid-afternoon.
Okay, so we've got enough time to find the Maple Archivist, which is, I believe, our first order of business.
Sorry, I just realized something. Pip might be able to use her stink stone to be able to attract her future boyfriend.
Oh my god, Meredith!
Sorry.
I age every day I age.
Sorry. Great mute
You
cue.
see all these gray hairs? I was a brunette when we met.
Obviously.
Sorry.
Where is the lie, though, Shane?
I like how you had to sneak your hair in just because you got it did. You had to make a comment.
Yep.
Internet, take notice.
That's
I
right,
knew
Internet. Take notice.
Yes,
Somebody
sir.
pay attention to
And
me.
viewer tonight, take notice.
So yes, you guys have 2 goals here in Nonpod. I'll remind you of. One is delivering the book
Mhm.
to Orpheus's companion, whose name I told you before, but I'll tell you again.
I feel like you didn't, because I don't have a
It's
name.
Gwendolyn.
Wendelin. That is familiar.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Darius's girlfriend. No, that wasn't Darius's girlfriend. That was Bremel.
Bremel is
Fremmel.
Framel,
Fremmel was Darius's
as
girlfriend.
opposed to Bromble, which are two different people. But
yes.
Bromble it lives with Orpheus in the Maple
Yep.
Maple College.
I feel like I wrote Wendelin down somewhere, but apparently I didn't.
I feel like you guys gave me shit about it because you're like, you mean Gwendolyn?
That's right. I might have just said it.
So.
Oh, we took care of Stag Test. I can cross that one off.
So the note comes up that says the note with all the names on it notes that he's a powerful mage that lives in a tower.
Cool. Oh, well. Guess we're going to the tower.
He, Wendelin, is a man?
Yes.
Whoops.
Wendell.
Wendelin.
Is his full name? He goes by Wendell.
No, he doesn't. Refused.
Anyway, and then you also wanted to see Pip's brother, who's in town. Supposedly has an apartment near the Maple Archivist Guild headquarters there.
But since it's only the afternoon, we've probably got plenty of time to go to the tower and then, poke the Maple Archivist for lodging.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm so really, like... Wendelin is a man! What the... Okay.
Fine.
Okay. So,
Okay.
does it need to be a woman? Do I need to? Do I need a retcon here?
No, we're good.
We're gonna make the name a little more masculine.
Okay, just Gwendolyn.
Wendell.
Let's get rid of the IN in the end. I have heard men called Wendell before.
Yes, I know.
Anyway, what do you guys want to do? You and your 2 extra companions?
Oh, are they still with us?
Yes, currently.
Well, we're probably...
Well, their best bet's probably the Maple Archivist.
Yeah.
So are you guys trying to decide what you're going to do and talking amongst yourself, or?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Franz would pick up and he says,
Don't do the Indian
Oh.
accent. Don't do it.
oh!
No.
They said, we want to head to town and head to the library first. So, if you guys have other things you want to do, we'll probably just keep going on our way and maybe meet up again sometime.
We'll have a safe travel.
Be well.
We will. You all stay safe, and we hope to see you again, maybe at one of these sites. Midnight pipes up and says, see ya!
Hi, Vivian.
Nay. Trot off. Heading towards the city.
Into the sunset.
Alright, we're going to a tower.
Yep.
Going on a cool adventure and
So you
we
guys are
don't
headed to
know
the
what's
city
in
and going to the-
store. Coming from the closet and we're headed out the door.
Yes, we're going to the tower.
You going to the Dawn Tower? The big one in the middle
No,
of the
the
city?
little one that I noticed.
The little one into the shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys...
Conspicuous.
We're
Huh?
going,
Conspicuous.
going to the closet, we're going on a trip.
So you guys...
Going to the closet together, stuck and split. We're going on a cool adventure.
I have no idea
and we
what this
don't
is
know what's
from.
in store. We're coming from the closet and we're headed out the door. Sorry.
Is this some
Zaboomafoo.
VeggieTale? Zaboomafoo.
Sorry. If I didn't
watched
finish it,
Zaboomafoo as a child.
if I didn't finish it, I wouldn't have been able to, like, cope.
Alright,
Okay, alright.
so you
It's
guys...
one of those earworms for me. I have to sing the whole thing.
So you guys make your way down through down the streets, making your way towards the tower. And you guys about a little less than half a day. But as you guys are watching the tower, Faye, you notice it doesn't leave the center of the shadow. You can see the shadow moving, but the tower does not. It consistently stays in the center of the shadow. Because it makes its way kind of around the outside of the city.
I don't like that.
So,
Do we get any closer to the tower?
yeah, you guys do.
I know I'm a cleric, but mages.
As the sun is kind of cresting over, it's making its way away from you guys. But you work your way over there, following over kind of some roads.
Mhm.
You notice it doesn't leave like a trail either. Just kind of like, doesn't seem like it's moving, but it's following the shadow. So,
So,
right around there.
is this like a rainbow? I'm not getting any closer?
No.
Okay.
You guys are getting there.
Alright.
So, you guys keep heading towards the tower. Eventually you catch up with it. Noticing that as you're kind of standing next to it, it's just moving ever so slowly away from you.
The tower is?
That's Howl's Moving Castle.
As it's following the shadow, because the sun's
For
getting ready to
freak's
set.
sake.
So it's
Gotcha,
just
gotcha.
moving slowly.
So,
So you get to the tower.
and I noticed this?
Yeah.
Alright, so gonna kind of alter course to something more intercepty?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I'm saying as you guys get to the tower,
Okay,
and you
okay.
stop and are like taking it in,
Then I notice it's moving ever so slightly.
you do notice it's moving away from you ever so slowly.
Brilliant.
Okay. But you do look up. It is this tall, kind of black tower. Kind of goes up to a starry peak. It's quite wide. It's decently sized, but it's not like overtly tall. It's kind of more of a squat tower. And you do notice this kind of like large double door at the front of the tower.
I'm feeling like Merlin's Tower in, almost, except like more squat than the, animated Disney movie. Kind of.
All like bent over and in directions.
Yep.
At least there's no chicken legs underneath it.
That we
I'm
know
gonna.
of.
Can I reach the doors very well? Like, how am I in relation to these doors?
Yeah, you can reach the doors easy enough.
All right, I'm gonna knock.
Okay.
polite
You notice
thing
that there's
to
a
do.
big kind of round knocker.
Okay, I'll use that.
So you kind of use the big round knocker, and it hits, but it's slightly.
It pops right back in. Calm down.
I know, but you
it's-
just like to break them.
Hey, no. I like to fix them. I am
That's
not
right.
always the person who breaks it.
She breaks it so she can fix it.
Only half of the times that I fixed it has it been me who broke it.
That's
I
fair.
would like that to be noted for the record.
The other times was Megan.
And you.
I think I did it once.
Yeah, and Megan did it once. How many times do you think I've broken it?
I don't know.
I can count at least 3 times.
You cannot, you lying sack of crap.
It's gonna have to go back and watch every episode and start
Do it.
recalling this. Make a what's the word I'm looking for? Hodgepodge?
A tally.
Not a tally. I'm thinking of like
Yes, a tally.
um
A mashup episode of all
yes.
the...
Of
A
all-
montage
always-
is
oh,
the word you're
montage.
looking for. Montage.
Thank you. That was the word I was looking for.
Mhm.
Just have like funny backtrack. Anyway, so you knock on the tower door. You knock on the door using the big knocker. It's quieter than you would have expected. Instead of like a loud echo, it's just kind of like a dull thud. It's like, So you knock on the tower. You kind of have to like slowly walk to keep up as the towers get like shifting around. After a few minutes, eventually you hear a kind of like some footsteps come up to the door, and they open it up, and you see this.
Little old man who's really a child.
What was it? You see this small mousing open the door, like this giant door, and you see this little mousing come over, and he kind of opens the door, and he looks out at you, and he says, "Yes, hello. Welcome to the Stem Shadow Tower. How can I help you? My name is Wendell. Nice to meet you."
Oh, hi. We're here from Orthreus.
Orthreus?
We have a message for you.
From that old dog. You have a message from. Oh, well then come in.
Thank you.
Bring your horses in as well. Yeah, you guys bring the horses in. Notice like the bottom floor has like some stables, and like the ground abruptly changes to stone, and the stone is not moving underneath your feet.
I would hope so inside the building.
That'd be awkward.
A little bit.
You're able to kind of tie up your horses and get them situated, and he gestures for you to follow him upstairs. Kind of climbing up this staircase, and when he kind of steps on the first few steps, he just disappears. Eventually, he kind of peeks back out and he says, "Oh, come on." And he
Daff,
goes
hold
back
my
up.
hand.
Okay, Daff, hold your hand.
Cause she doesn't like this thing of magic. She's a little freaked out.
That's fair. So you guys follow him up the stairs.
Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3.
So as you walk up the few steps,
Just elf up the escalator.
you eventually, as you walk through the first few steps, eventually you poof, and the next thing you realize is you're kind of walking up, and you see kind of like a sitting area.
Oh, thank you, Daff.
So you guys make your way in. You see these kind of nice couches and the low table in the center, and some kind of like what seem to be tea making supplies off in the corner. It says, "Please come in, sit." And he gestures and he says, "Would you like some tea?"
Sorry. Yes.
Of course. And he kind of like snaps his fingers, and all of a sudden tea starts kind of like magically making
Floating
itself over.
around.
Really
Sorry.
uppity sugar bowl.
It really is like.
Well, it starts magically kind of making tea over on the tea table, and eventually a tray floats its way over with the tea and starts to step down in the middle. And
Like, no, stop that shit. Dentistry hasn't been invented yet.
the teacups eventually fly over into your hands. It says, now that we're properly set to a drink, what can I do for you? Obviously you have a note from Orpheus. I haven't spoken to him in many a year. Should send him a message. Anyway, what's the note? I'd be interested to see.
Do we even have a note? I don't think we have a note.
Well, did I say note? I mean book.
A book? That's even more interesting. What kind of book?
An interesting book.
It's a copy of a journal.
Nixie.
The daughter of one of the legendary heroes.
Really? Interesting. And what significance does this have? Let's see. Do you hand the book over?
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
hoping you could tell us.
Sure. I'll have to get a glance through. You said this was sent by Orpheus.
Yes.
Interesting.
He found it.
Did
Quite a while back.
You're just bringing it to me, or did you bring it to others as well?
We've brought copies to Fremel and Darius.
The old team. What about Bromble? Have you seen him around?
Oh yes. He lives in Mapleton. He saw it first.
Good.
Yeah,
I do miss the
probably.
old team.
Sorry, Pip is just like,
You're
oh,
miles away from him. Chill out.
just the old man vibes. She's just like,
He didn't even say anything to you.
no, but like Otter can like usually are like, oh, try to be like very touchy feely sort of people, and Pip's just like, he smells kind of weird.
It smelled like hard candy and like oxygen tank.
Yeah,
Gosh.
almost. No, not oxygen tank, but like old books, like really.
Oh
like,
no, old book smell. Hate that.
I
There's
love
a
that
word that's
smell,
dedicated to the love of
But
that
Pip
smell.
would not. I love that smell. Pip would not. Like Pip's like, no adventure. That smell of old books.
Yeah, you only like new books.
Yeah.
The racy kind.
She doesn't even know.
This
they're racist.
child.
She doesn't even know
Where?
that they're
And I don't
racist.
even know she has this book, do I? I don't think I
No.
even know.
No, not really.
Because I would have taken it away from her.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not good for her education.
So he says, interesting. Oh, this is quite interesting timing. I'm sure you've probably heard of the happenings around the world. I've been getting whispers.
Oh yes.
You two seem well traveled. If you run across anything strange out there,
Well, quite a
Yes.
few things.
how so? Please explain.
Well, we helped fight an army of fake creatures.
Yes, I heard about that battle. Devonshire, correct?
Yes.
Yes. And then on our way here, we ran into a town that was overrun with very dark creatures.
How creatures?
Shadows.
You kind of person-shaped, but blacked
yes.
out.
Exactly.
Oh, this is troubling.
Really scary. But we have this.
Judging by our information, the shadows were once
You
the
see him,
townspeople.
as you pull out the cube, he says, "That
Thing.
looks interesting.
Shape.
May examine it."
Yes.
Be our guest.
So he takes it from
Just
you.
don't take it all day. We'll eat it.
No, I just have a few quick tests I'd like to run. He kind of grabs it and he sets it down on the table and he starts kind of like
Do you want another cup of tea?
legs crossed a little
Yes,
bit and he
please.
kind of like he's wearing a very kind of like fine robe. It's got like it kind of shimmers when he moves. Like you can't quite tell what color it is. Very nice robe though. So it looks white, but then again, when it shimmers, you thought you catch like a glimpse of another color, but it doesn't quite stick.
That's
so.
very nerve-wracking for me, Shane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
that is very Saruman imagery you're giving me right now, Shane.
I actually was thinking of something completely different than Saruman. It was actually a good character in a book I read, so.
Well, the book I read said it wasn't a good character.
Oh shit. Well, okay. Anyway, so he starts like kind of crosses his leg and he's kind of like gets into a trance there for a second.
Just a little out of it for no reason.
He starts kind of like casting a spell and he's like,
Thank you.
"Oh, very interesting. This seems to be a piece of a larger picture, if you will."
Well, yes, we knew that.
Hmm.
4 pieces, actually.
It holds great power.
The Great Bear Spirit told us.
You met the spirit of the forest.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's his name. Yep.
An image of it.
Part of it, I guess.
An image.
A remnant.
Is it like a remnant? Interesting. Where did you meet this spirit?
Well, it was in the bottom of a crypt, right?
In the ruins of an ancient temple underneath Stag Pass.
Yes, that's the place that was overrun by all the creepy
Interesting.
dark guys.
I would imagine using this artifact you were able to drive some of them off.
All of
Well,
them.
yes. For mile radius for 24 hours, right?
Yes, one day.
Interesting.
So I get to reactivate it every day.
Yes, I see it's currently doing its thing. This is very interesting. It seems to be there's more pieces of that. I'm kind of interested to find out.
Do you think with your magic, because as I guess that you're very magic-y, do you think that you could maybe get a feel for this and see if you can maybe find where you
She
might
tried
get
to-
a feeling of where another piece might be?
I do believe I could.
Because that would be very useful.
Given some time with this block, I think I could potentially at least get a hint of some of the other locations. So I really hate to pause, but I did not go to the bathroom before we started, and I cannot wait any longer.
Damn it, Shane.
So, I apologize to everybody who's watching. I will let these two beautiful women entertain you. Bye, be right back.
Oh, we'll entertain them.
Oh gosh. Remember the rules of Twitch. Damn it, Brittany.
It's Brittany's time.
Touching everything. You see these dice? They're such nice dice.
They can't even see it.
Yeah, they can.
No, when
the
you were
dice?
like, do you see these dice? And you're
Such-
holding them so,
such-
like...
Such nice. I can't move my hands like that.
I mean, but, like, you were
I
so
don't know if you're
holding
joining us for the first time just today, but
Yes.
I have magical powers. They include the cursing of dice.
Mainly works on males.
It's
She-
true. This
she
does not
has-
work on Meredith's dice.
Yep, no. Or bowling balls or anything else.
It works on bowling balls.
Some males,
Look at those
phones.
dice. How nice is that? It just has
Just-
some really nice stuff, and I'm touching all of it with my nasty little goblin fingers.
The black one, hold on to it for a long time.
Yes,
'cause
that's
it'll
right.
turn
It's the
red.
color changey one. See?
That way it can be extra
New,
cursed.
untouched, black and gold. Imbue it with my evil powers. Red and gold. Ta-da.
Yeah, Nixie, are you tired now?
Usually I save this for any time that
Oh,
Shane...
Nixie.
Aw.
Just be careful, Nixie. Don't drool.
You do not drool on the outlet, please.
I don't want you to get zapped.
Feel better now? Oh, you touched all my dice?
Yes, I do.
You're over there the whole freaking time, too.
Maybe.
This is gonna be a good session. A good session.
I rolled 16, it's fine.
Roll it again.
5.
Yeah!
Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, so. Yes, I do believe given some time with this artifact, I could potentially divine where another location of one of its pieces might be. It'll take time.
Oh, yeah.
And that's granted, I don't know what kind of protection the Great Spirit had placed upon them when he placed them there.
Well, we can deal with those. But the thing is, how long do you think that you'll need with this?
I need at least for a day.
Well, I don't know if you know how to activate it.
Well, I mean, you could welcome to stay here in the tower, and I could just have you nearby. You could activate it at your normal time.
That's true.
That's a very kind invitation. We'd be happy to take you up on it.
Wonderful. I'll have the rooms prepared. He kind of claps his hands, and then
I don't have to pay money for rooms.
he's. Oh no! You didn't have to pay 5 whole silver for a night and a day.
Listen, Shane!
This is Faye we're talking about.
Yeah,
It's kind of
Faye
like
is cheap! Very
kind of
cheap!
like me in real life.
Faye's the
But
cheap
that costs money.
Yeah.
no real world basis for that one.
Not at all. I would never.
Obviously.
Me? Money just flows like water. That's why I've had this tablet for 8 years.
It's fair. It's fair. So, yes, you're prepared, no issues, and welcome to stay here. And I will begin my attempt fresh in the morning, or right after you catch your thing for the day, starting tomorrow. It is getting a little bit late in the evening. Can I interest you in dinner?
Sure, I can help cook with you.
Oh, it's not at all a problem. I'll have my
Staff.
staff take care of it.
Oh, okay.
But first I'll have them show you to your rooms, and he claps his hands again, and you notice this kind of like this mouse thing kind of appears out of nowhere, and kind of pops up into the middle of the room, and she's like, if you please follow me, I'll show you to your rooms.
Oh, thank you.
She kind of leads you up the staircases. Again, every floor it kind of has that weird effect where you step on like the second or third step, and then you appear at the top of the staircase. So,
Does Pip get kind of motion sickness?
roll a Constitution save.
Why do that to yourself?
Just wondering. Nat 20.
Okay, yeah, you don't get sick.
She's got a cast iron stomach, that one.
So you guys keep like, and you go up like probably like, seems to be like, I don't
Forever.
know, 10-15 flights of stairs, like 15 flights of stairs. Eventually you kind of pop up and you get in the center chamber, which is kind of run with
Rotating.
rooms. No, it's run.
Oh,
There's rooms like around the center of the chamber, like kind of like the small kind of like
ringed
center.
by rooms.
Yes, thank you.
Vowels are hard. It's okay.
Excuse me.
So you guys, she leads you and she shows you two particular
Dignity.
rooms.
Always dignity.
You notice the rooms are actually labeled with their names on them. One says Pip, the other says Faye, and the third one says Daff.
Do we even tell
don't.
him our names?
Probably not. We'll assume introductions happened around the time that tea was made.
Oh no.
Is he coming undone? Oh,
Or Daff.
poor little fella. We gotta remake Daff.
We
I
have the
have
technology.
just everything but the
The shell.
to make for one and then attach it all.
So you guys led to your rooms. You can kind of shown in. You have like this nice kind of like, it's largish room. It's got a bed and it's got like a place to sit and it's got a nice kind of vanity. You also notice seems to be this kind of nice gilded bathtub off in one corner, and the maid shows you how to activate it. It's got uses magic to fill itself and then magic to heat itself up, so you can get a nice warm bath anytime you want.
Love it.
Nice.
So she informs you to go down three floors when it's time for dinner in approximately 1 hour's time. So you guys have a little bit of time to talk amongst yourself.
How many stairs?
Three flights.
3 flights.
Yes. For those of you who are watching, there is a really bad windstorm going on outside.
It's a little intense.
So if we happen to lose power because the tree takes out a power line,
That will be why.
we'll catch you next week.
At least your neighbor's big tree already fell the last time we had a really bad windstorm.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna happen again.
That one won't, but we'll see. So, is there anything you guys would like to do with the hour's time? Wendell informed you that he was going to go start researching some into the book a little bit while he's waiting for dinner, and you guys can converse more at dinner time. So, is there anything you guys want to do?
I think nothing I can really do with an hour.
Yeah, there's nothing that I can do.
Okay. But technically, that's a short rest. Ugh,
Well, we don't need it.
I know.
Maybe I'll do a little research in my book, Study of the Characteristics and Types of Fey Creatures. I feel like I probably haven't gone through that one yet.
Okay. Yeah, you can look into it.
Pip would just read some more of her book about the
Novel.
Morning Star.
Oh, never mind.
And then
An actually educational book.
she would take, while she's reading it, she would take her pipe of smoke and be like, try to make different animals for the smoke.
Yeah.
Like, try to make all kinds of different animals. Be like,
Might I remind you that she is an actual child?
But isn't it kind of like, she doesn't actually inhale any of the smoke, it's just kind of like, you puff on it.
No, it's an actual pipe.
Oh.
You know what? For Magic Shake, sure.
Thank you. 'Cause I'm like, it's magic and she's a kid.
Fine. It's not an actual pipe. It just helps you make the shakes.
It's like a
Thank you.
bubble pipe.
Yeah. Fool your friends into thinking you're actually smoking, and make cool animal shapes by magic.
Exactly. That's what Pip would do, but she would never actually smoke.
Yeah. Okay. So
Even though
She doesn't inhale.
Pippin would. Right.
that's fair.
Pip would not. She is a child, and I do not approve of smoking. Don't smoke, kids. Or adults.
Any bearers of lungs should not be smoking.
Yes, especially
It's my professional opinion, as no profession in particular.
I am a person who has asthma. Do not smoke. It hurts your lungs.
Yeah, it's your lungs too.
And my lungs. Yes. The people around you. That's why people wear masks right now.
Because of smoking.
No, because of Corona. Because caring for people around others. But, whatever.
Anyway, so Faye, I don't know. I think you've read some of that book, I'm gonna say with like probably like four or 5 more hours of reading, I will allow you to kind of gain like advantage on nature checks against anything that's a fey creature.
So I already have this, or you're saying in the future?
Like 5 or 6 more hours of reading,
Okay, cool.
you'll gain that ability.
Yep.
So,
Excuse me.
all right. So you guys kind of spend your time doing your thing, getting adjusted into your rooms, enjoying the time you have. Then eventually, about an hour passes, and you guys kind of meander your way down. You find yourself into kind of this grand dinner hall that you passed through before. It's got this long table, and you see just like delicious looking food kind of set up on the table. Not like full feast style, but there's a decent spread. So you guys all find your kind of a seat, or ushered in to a seat, and then Wendell eventually makes his way up, and he says, "Ah, I see you've made it here for dinner. Good. My staff does make some of the best food around." And you guys, how do you find your accommodations?
Perfect.
It's a room. Very nice.
Ah, I'm so happy to hear that. I did do a little bit of reading into the book. It's very interesting. This woman's insights were quite insightful. Yes. James. So it's quite an interesting read. Where did Orpheus find this?
Well, if I remember, it was the place with the frog.
The bullywugs.
Yeah, the bullywugs. And we sent a witch there.
Where is this place? Is
Well,
it near Mapleton?
It is near Mapleton, yes.
A swamp a few days' journey away.
I see. Interesting.
Not that I could tell you in which direction, because we don't have a map.
There's also snakes that talk. Sort of.
East. But yes.
Huh?
It's getting there. It's getting there.
I'm just giving
I know.
Shane shit about not having a map yet.
Yeah, so there's bullywugs, and I sent a witch there.
So you just found it in the swamp. Is there some sort of like building it was in? Or
Well, yeah, it was like a temple.
a temple?
Sort of, yeah.
So it's
Kind of like triangle-ish
interesting.
shape.
I don't know of any
Except
ruins.
without a pyramid top.
I don't know any ruins up that way, but if Orpheus found it there, it
Kinda
must
like
be
Mayan.
must be something interesting.
She only said what I was thinking.
I know.
We're sharing the brain cell at the moment.
Seeing that.
Shane's mad because he doesn't get that brain cell.
Anyway, interesting. Very, very interesting. This book has a lot of information about things that we had no idea about in the histories, but what happened right before the end. This could be quite interesting. You said you encountered these black creatures. It's not a good
Yes,
sign.
that's Stag Pass.
It's a sign that the darkness is returning.
Well, yeah, there's been signs
So-
of that before anyway.
This book was found in this kind of ancient tower. Did you find anything else there?
I don't think so.
Very interesting. I would assume, like, the book mentions that there's these kind of, like, places of great import. One of which she actually noted to be in the place that I believe is now Stag Pass.
Yes, that was the place that we got the...
Cube, yes. And she mentions that this, supposedly in the swamp that you talked about, if it is where I think it is, used to be another place of import.
Damn it. We're gonna have to go back and be like, hey, witch, you wanna help us go get these?
To be fair, you're like friendly now, so.
It's true. I'll ask, how are you taking care of the bullywugs? Are you ruining their
Matilda.
lives? Matilda. Yes. Hey, Matilda, you wanna help us with something?
Well, it'll be interesting.
Matilda, how you doing? Well, you told her you'd visit her, so.
Yeah, I did.
Let's make it happen.
So it's quite interesting. That'll be interesting. I would expect that if you...
You okay?
Oh yeah, I knocked over the
You
thing.
spill
But
it?
it didn't. No, it did
Oh.
not spill.
Get out.
It's a good shape.
It is.
I would imagine that if you return
bad.
to that kind of ancient temple, I would assume that with a thorough search, you might be able to find another one of these pieces.
Brilliant.
And I would think that there's 2 other locations. One is, from what I understand, reading this book, if these are in fact what I think they are, one would be located in Stonewind.
Stonewind?
Yes. one of the other major cities in the Dawnwood. I'm sure you're familiar. It speaks on being on the cusp of an ancient underground lake, which speaks to me of Stonewind. And then the last one.
Oh, sorry.
The last one is quite interesting.
Was the tree, right?
Huh?
Nothing. My notes.
Gotcha. The last one, I do believe, is located in a quite difficult place to get to. It says it was hidden in the woods, hidden in the mountains north of Moontop. Not sure of any cities in that area, or any major towns or anything, but it sounds if you were to make your way there, I'd imagine you'd find another place.
Actually,
Quite interesting. It's spread around kind of the four corners of the wood.
Did you say so?
Yes.
well, we had to go to Stonewind and Moontop anyway.
We've been to Moontop. Yes, that was the tree.
Oh, right. So we went past the place?
Yes, we didn't know about the mountains thing. See,
Okay.
I labeled my map.
Okay.
So it's the mountains north of Moontop.
Pip does in this dream. I'm not so good about that.
Yeah. So I believe if you were to go to those places, I would imagine you'd probably find the other pieces of your cube. And have you visited Stonewind yet? I would imagine that Orpheus has asked you to bring these books to the rest of his old band.
Yes, we haven't been there yet.
So to make your way there, you'll be able to deliver the book and retrieve the piece as well.
That's our hope now.
Quite interesting. I would imagine this is probably going to be of the utmost import, knowing what might be coming, what inklings we are getting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, the soup's here. Please enjoy. See, you guys start eating. It's kind of like a 4-course meal. You have like a soup course, there's a salad course, there's a main dish, and then there's a dessert. And it is all quite delicious. You guys are stuffed at the end. So, what did I tell you? The best cooking staff in the land.
Delicious. Thank you. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed now.
Oh, I see. Right. Well, we can start in the morning, and I will, if you would prefer, I can still cast my spell tomorrow and see if I can define that my guesses are actually true.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Right, I think that sounds good, so we'll start again in the morning. Well, I wish you all a good evening, and I'll see you then.
Good
When we
evening.
meet down here for breakfast, it'll be just after daybreak.
Very well. Good night.
Good evening. Kind of checks his way, kind of heading downstairs.
I love the
You guys
new
make your way-
study aids. Sorry.
You guys make your way back up to your rooms. What would you guys like to do?
I'm probably gonna get in a little more reading and then just go to bed.
Okay.
So we'll call that another of my. So
Yeah, no, yeah.
2 out of 6 hours.
Yeah.
Completed.
Pip?
Pip is going to practice with her rapier around the room for a little bit
Okay.
until she gets tired and falls asleep.
Sounds fair. So you guys do notice too, you do have windows in your room. They are kind of like half stained and half clear. But as you're just look out the window, you do have a nice view of the city right before you head to bed. So you guys do your evening routines and head to sleep. Quite comfortable beds. Very nice accommodations. You guys have a full night's rest and you wake up upon a new day. As you look out your windows, though, you notice that you don't see the city anymore. Kind of interesting.
As in,
But
the thing's been turning? Or is it following a shadow in general?
not really sure. Make an intelligence check.
Faye!
Intelligence check.
Faye!
What is it?
I don't see the city anymore!
Yes, neither do I. 18.
18? You assume that the tower stays stationary in a direction and rotates around the city.
Okay, gotcha. I had to orient that in my head. I got it now.
Did we leave the city?
No.
You sure?
The city is simply on the other side of us.
Okay.
So if you kind of like, here's your glass, here's your windows,
Yep.
facing the city, and then it kind of rotates
Yep,
around.
yep.
Now it's not facing the city
Yep.
anymore.
Okay. Good.
I was
Pip
kind of going with the
activates the,
rotating restaurant idea.
Yeah, I got what you're going for.
Pip then activates the thing.
Yep, you activate it for the day.
And always under her breath, she goes whoosh.
Your cape bellows that dramatically. Alright.
Yeah, like she like focuses hard on it until like if I like it gets up to like the point she goes whoosh. At the very last second it goes woo. Well, so she tries to make it
Roll a
like
performance
very,
check.
she tries to make it like very dramatic every morning.
I age.
So she does
Oh, sorry,
this
here's your grade.
every
Yep.
morning, Faye. 17.
17? Yeah, dramatic. That was good.
Pip does it every morning.
So, is there anything you guys want to do? You guys wake up and you have a little bit of time before breakfast. Is there anything else you guys want to do, or just head down to breakfast?
Head down.
How much time before breakfast?
Probably like an hour.
Okay then.
She shall read more.
Okay.
Pip's gonna go down to breakfast. Early! Just in case there's food there. Early.
Yeah, so you head down early. They're still kind of prepping. They say, a bit early. We'll have breakfast here very shortly.
Can I help?
I think we got it, but thank you so much for your offer.
No.
Do you have any tea ready already?
Oh, that's what you have, though.
Can I have some,
He kind
please?
of points you over towards the table. As you guys, you make your way over there, and a cup is already poured ready for you by the time you
Just
get
kind of
there.
like. Eh.
Yeah. So you make your way over to the table, have a delicious tea. He does have a good selection. He has all sorts of different types and tastes, and they're all quite good. So eventually, the rest of the party joins downstairs, and Wendell makes his way up, and he says, good morning. It's good to see you all up and chipper this morning.
Morning! It's ready! Here you go!
Thank you. I'll get on it right after breakfast. He kind of chucks it away in his coat. So you guys have a delicious breakfast.
Nom, nom, nom.
Says, well, I'm going to be about all day up in my laboratory working on this. It's about another 2 floors down from here. Is there anything you need from me before we get started?
No. I'm gonna go off to try to find my brother.
I understand. Where is he located?
I'm near the Maple Archivist.
Oh, it's in the city. It's part of the Maple Act, I would assume. Yes, so if you make your way towards the Daunt Tower, you'll notice it's still located on one of the lower floors.
Oh, thank you.
Should be able to find him there.
Do you know where I could find the city library?
Yes, again, in the Daunt Tower. This will be another floor above the Maple Archivist floor.
Thank you.
Of course, I'm glad to be of assistance.
Yeah, well, we should go see Elliot first. We'll be happy to see you too, Faye.
Of course.
Feel free to make your way into town and come back this evening, and we'll discuss what I was able to divine from this square.
Is it okay in case my brother comes with me back? Is it okay if he comes too?
Well, I imagine he had accommodations in the city, but I'm sure we could find an extra space for him. No issues.
No, I mean like to come and talk.
Oh, of course. No issues.
Okay.
Can bring you in.
Cause he probably will want to come back. I don't know, but
What did you say your brother's name was?
Elliot Brashelraft.
Special Rep. Oh, the name does ring a bell. I think I met him during one of my lectures I did with the Maple Archivist.
Well, he goes to all the lectures.
Yes, he's quite the studious one, if I remember correctly. He had lots of insightful questions to ask.
Yep, he does.
Well, if that's the lad you're speaking of, he is definitely welcome here with you.
Okay.
Any friend of Orpheus's and any sibling of a friend of Orpheus's is welcome here.
Well, thank you.
Alright, well, enjoy your time in the city. Don't try not to get lost, it gets a little confusing. And I will see you back here this evening.
All right.
Thank you.
Of course. So you guys finish breakfast, make your way downstairs, I would imagine.
Mhm.
You guys gonna take your horses or leave them there?
Well, how far away is the city?
Yeah, how long was the trip to get out to this tower?
So to get up to the tower was probably about like a third of the time it would have taken you, or sorry, like 2/3 of the time it would have taken you to get to the city from there. So you probably got like an hour or two walk, because you're on the outskirts of kind of like where the city sprawls out to.
Then yeah, we're taking the horses.
So you hop on the horses.
Deep, 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 deep. I took.
One of the kind of staff opens up the doors for you and holds them open so you can kind of gallop out. And then kind of like orientation kind of hits you guys for a second, like you're no longer moving kind of in a circle. So anyway,
I don't know what I was humming.
you're having that.
I don't know what that was.
This is the thing.
Don't look at me.
I don't know. You're a music person too.
Looking at you.
Anyway.
So you guys take your horses and you head out of the tower and start making your way towards the city. You kind of make your way through farms and kind of like small houses, and just kind of like the sprawling outskirts of the city. It's this large city that's kind of located in this plain with houses all around and this giant tower in the center. You guys eventually get to the point where you hit the walls, and there's a bit of a line. There's a lot of people kind of coming and going, so it takes you a little bit to kind of make it through the checkpoint there. You're able to get in no issues with your things you've been given before.
Turkey in the straw. That is what you are humming.
Oh.
Is that what it's called?
Turkey in the straw.
No, I've heard it before.
Turkey in the straw. Turkey in the straw.
My mom does that all the time.
Well, do you know what my
I'm
mom?
having flashbacks to my childhood right now.
I know what my mom would.
Back before the war.
Just waiting for you to shudder.
My mom likes to go da 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 da, but she dances to it. Da 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 da
Problematic.
da da.
Alright, so
God
you guys-
answers prayers.
So you guys make your way in through the gates, through kind of the checkpoint, and it takes a little bit, but you guys are able to make it through, no issues. And you enter this kind of bustling city. There's people everywhere. There's all these large buildings, these houses, these kind of like mini towers all over the place. You guys are able to make your way through, heading towards the giant like flower-shaped tower in the center of the city. As you guys are making your way there, you eventually kind of find out that it's called the Dawn Tower. So you guys keep making your way towards the center, and eventually the city gets kind of more upscale the closer you get to the tower. And eventually you make it in, and just the breadth of this tower is daunting. As you guys kind of get there and are attempting to... Is the red light on still?
What?
The
What on?
microphone?
Yeah.
Okay. I was making sure.
It's not blinking. It's
That's
just
good. That's good.
okay.
I was just making sure because I adjusted the cable earlier for next thing. I'm like, oh, I hope I haven't been muted this whole time.
That would be really sad, but we still got a viewer, so somebody would have told us, or else they would have gone off.
Hopefully they would have.
I would hope.
Well, or they would have just left, and we'd have 0.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
I mean, there are also these people who probably just watch us with no sound on, maybe.
Entirely possible. We're good enough just to look at.
I mean, yeah. I don't know about you guys, but... Man, that wind is whipping outside. I mean, we are outside right now, can't you tell?
Can you see it like ripple at all?
No, your hand disappeared there for a second.
Did it?
Yeah.
I love that. That's great. Oh, it's too far away. I can't just like.
Pull the curtain down. Don't pay any attention to the man behind the curtain. So you guys eventually make your way up to the tower. And as you kind of get your way in, there's another checkpoint here. But with your Maple Archivist credentials, you are able to get in.
Right.
They do ask your business. So,
My brother!
what about your brother?
I want to see him.
Does live in the tower?
He's part of the Maple Arc.
What's his name again?
Elliot.
Elliot. That's right. Not Tildy.
I see.
No, not Tilney.
Well,
Elliot.
you have the proper credentials, so I...
That would be a
Well,
great
anyway.
name for our younger brother.
We're looking for Elliot Brashelraft.
Ah, with your credentials, I believe we can let you in. That's just needed to know your reason for being here. So you let you in, and you kind of enter in, and you see this like large tower. As you walk in, and just like opens up, and it's not like kind of like cramped floors. It really high ceilings, and as you kind of make your way to the center, it just almost like seems like you can stare straight up forever, as it's kind of like the walls are kind of ringing the center of the tower, which then shows you straight out. So as you make your way in, you eventually find yourself to a set of magical lifts that bring you up, and you can make your way up. Did you guys want to go to Archivist first?
Archivist first.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys make it up to the second floor, and you find the Maple College Don campus. So, you guys make your way in. It's kind of like this, like, kind of opens up, and you see this kind of opens into this large chamber with these kind of like bookshelves along the walls, and this desk in the center, and these large staircases going in deeper into the tower. And this older ratkin woman sitting at the table, as you guys approach, she says, yes, how can I help you?
Hi, I'm looking for Elliot Brashelraft.
Elliot Brashelraft? Ah, yes. I believe he is currently giving a lecture. If you make your way to Lecture Hall C, it's up those stairs there and down the hall, you should find him there. He should be over momentarily.
I think
I'm sure you can probably
immediately started.
make your way into the back and watch. Okay. That goes back to what she was doing.
I'll keep her out of trouble.
Thank you. Oh, and welcome back to the Maple Alchemist. And so you follow her along.
Yeah.
You guys make it up. Eventually, you kind of like find your way to this kind of lecture hall. And it opens up, and it's like your traditional lecture hall. It's got these tiers of seats going down to kind of auditorium style. This kind of like central area with this like almost like whiteboard on the back wall that's used with magic. You kind of walk your way in. You open the door and you see your brother down there giving a lecture. And he's talking along the lines of like, and when you mix the, I don't know what his voice sounds like yet. And when you mix the this beaker here with this one here, and
Why has he got an accent? He doesn't have an accent.
No.
when you mix the beaker here with this one there, it has this reaction, and kind of monologues along those lines.
Of course, he's doing his favorite thing.
It is his job.
Pip walks down a little bit more, like sits down,
Mhm.
and gets up, moves down a little bit more,
They-
sits down.
Presses her down into a seat.
Do you resist, or do you just take your pressing?
Fine, I just take it.
Okay. So you guys get some seats towards the back, and you're kind of watching, and the lecture goes on for probably another 15
Pip,
minutes.
like, if she has a hood, she's gonna pull it up.
The lecture goes on for like another 15 minutes. You guys kind
And
of
she
quietly-
tries to do the strider sort of look like with like her pipe.
If she lights up her pipe in the lecture hall, I'm going to take it.
No, she just doesn't light it up. She just holds it in her mouth like with her boots.
Aesthetic.
Like with her boots on the chairs in front of her.
Get your boots off of the table. Were you raised in a barn?
No.
So the lecture goes on for like another 15 minutes, and eventually kind of he brings it to an end, and the rest of the students kind of all make their way out, and he's there down at the table kind of cleaning up.
I'll head down.
She just sits there for like another minute. And she's kind of like, since Faye left, she goes like this and she pops out like a dragon.
Yeah, you pop out like a dragon. Faye, you make your way down. As you do, he kind of like he hears you like somebody walking down. He turns around and says, "Oh yes, is he questions?" He's like, "Faye,
It's good to see you again, Elliot.
it's good to see you as well. It's been too long."
Mm.
And he kind of goes in for a hug. So, Faye, hug her.
Fucking otters. I put up with it because he's my friend.
So, he gives you a hug. Kind of a stiff one, but he gives you a hug. It's like, what are you doing here? Why don't you stay stationed back home?
On a bit of a business trip.
What did they get you doing this time?
Acting as a courier for a journal alongside your sister.
Pip?
Yes! She jumps up.
Holy crap, you just gave like half the people on the internet like a seizure.
Yeah, same.
A panic attack is what I meant.
Sorry, Nixie's like still out.
She's adorable.
I everybody else is like, ah! And Nix is just like, ah.
So he says, Pip, is that you?
Yes! I mean, no. No!
Well, come down here. Give your brother a hug.
She, like, first, like, slowly walks and then starts running. She, like, barrel run right into him.
I'm gonna get out of the way as best I
Yeah,
can.
you kind of back off a little bit, but he takes it in stride and he gives you a big old hug. It's like, sister, it's good to see you.
Sibling.
Hi, Elliot.
Well, why are you traveling with Faye? You're not part of the Archivists, or did you decide to join?
No. Very important mission from Orthreus.
Ah, I see. Orthreus gave you a task. That explains it.
Well, yeah. I'm a hero.
You are.
No,
I
I am.
I believe you.
I also was in a fighting ring, and I'm the victor. I'm the winner. I beat Orthreus' friend.
You did.
Yes.
That's good. Glad to hear it.
So what have you been studying?
Oh, I've been learning a lot being here in the city. There's so many things to learn here in the Dawn Tower. Many scholars and brilliant minds from around the Dawnwood come here to study and talk, and it's just wonderful.
You see, at first she's like trying not to be like, I'm proud of him, but being like, he's so awesome, I'm proud of him. He's my brother. But also kind of like,
I've learned a lot about alchemy and the like, and even some other things. And he kind of snaps his fingers, and you see this kind of like small, kind of like kind of spider-shaped like metal thing creep up on his arm, on his shoulder.
ah. For a second, I thought that you knew magic. Glad you don't.
What does that mean?
I don't trust him with magic.
No, I do know some magic. It's what helps bring these creations to life. But I've learned many of the great things.
I still don't know how to swing a sword.
And I don't need to. That's why I have this.
But you need protection if you're gonna go out in the world.
I don't need to go out in the world. I'm quite content here in the city.
I know, but if you have anything like the college sends you out, you need to know how to protect yourself.
Well, they keep me here for the most time.
I
They've
know.
sent people out like Faye to go look for things. No offense, Faye.
None taken.
I know, but even then, like, even Bramble had to leave, and oh, what's her name? Fremmel.
Oh,
Fremmel.
Fremmel can handle us, though.
Well, yes,
Fremmel is a special case.
it's true. Fremmel is.
She is quite smart, but she is also extremely beefy.
She's amazing. Yeah. And Darius is really cool.
I believe I met Darius.
I beat him in a ring,
The
an
guard,
underground fighting ring.
the guard captain of Moontop.
Ah, so he's involved in an underground fighting ring.
Yes.
Keep that under your hat.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
I
Hush.
guess I shall.
Oh yes. Also watch this.
It is not
She steps
common
back and goes,
knowledge.
Whoosh.
Says, well, that's not quite a dramatic cape. I like it.
Yes.
Where'd you pick that up?
I think around the time that we were with Fremmel.
Was it in
Thank you.
Moontop or was it in Evershire?
Yes, Mapleton.
Was it really in Mapleton? She's had this shit the whole time?
Wow, it's been that long. I can't even remember stuff.
Tragic.
Anyway,
That's a
Pip
nice.
would remember that. I don't.
Yeah,
I picked it up at this day, at this time, at this place. Oh yeah, and there's also this place where you had to get a cart.
Oh my god.
Really?
This child.
I don't think I'm really in need of a cot, though.
Well, if you know anybody who needs a cart, tell them to go there.
Where?
The bronze wagons.
Automount.
I guess I will do so. It wasn't on a mount.
There was two.
No, was it?
It wasn't Stag Pass.
Nope.
That was the town in between.
Oxshire.
Oh. Screw that.
Anyway,
I got lists.
so
Keep it up. I'm gonna touch your list next.
Elliot Since you're so smart and learned and stuff,
Learned.
do you remember when my birthday is?
Oh my god.
I always forget.
Forget your
You
own
forget
birthday.
your own birthday, Pip? I think it's. Let's see, what day is it?
It's the 10th.
I don't believe it's in about 2 days.
The 12th. I thought it was the 7th. See? I'm totally off.
Well, it's
Plot.
coming up here soon. And since you're here in the city, we'll have to celebrate.
Yes.
Well, there's this wonderful place I could take you all out to eat for your birthday.
Yes.
That I know. It's higher up in the tower. It's beautiful views.
Texas Roadhouse. I love those little rolls.
Zooming
No, it's
onion.
more like it's more like Olive Garden feel or macaroni grill. Oh, the macaroni grill.
It's called the McDonald's. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually a high-end restaurant in Wandong. What did we guess?
Hey, McDonald's in other countries are actually like really nice.
Just saying.
I went to this McDonald's in
Still
Spain
kidding.
that had chandeliers.
Still can't.
Have you ever been to the one
avoid
at
their-
Freeport?
No.
It's fancy. I haven't been in, but I've seen it.
Anyway.
Anywho. Yeah. Oh, then it must be our brother's birthday, the 7th.
Ah, yes, that sounds great. How's he doing, by the way? How's the family doing?
They were doing good the last time I saw them.
How long ago was that?
Couple months at least.
Yeah, a month
Wow.
or two, yeah. We've been traveling for a while.
How many of these journals do you have to deliver?
We have 4?
2 more.
Yeah.
Stonewind and Pinehorn.
Well, we probably don't want to go to Pinehorn anytime soon. I've heard there's all sorts of crazy things happening down there.
Yeah?
Concerning.
Okay.
What sort of crazy things?
Well, it's located near the Black Tower, where the darkness originally was situated.
Right. So we really should go back to hit all the places, go back home before we go there. Even though we have that to deliver, I think it would still be better
Very likely.
to have it complete before we go that way. Oh yeah, we have this thing that's
What are you dropping now?
from the bear spirit, the great bear
Between
spirit.
Meredith's feet.
Yep.
It's a thing from the great bear spirit. It's supposed to help protect or help defeat the darkness. It was created after the Great Calamity, I believe.
Interesting.
Steal.
Orthreus has sent you one?
Well, no, that was something else we found.
Interesting. Sounds like you two are right in the thick of it, aren't you?
Well, yes.
You could say so.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me, though, especially given your pasts.
Especially since I'm your sister.
Yes. Yeah, the more adventurous of us all.
You could be adventurous if you tried.
I'm quite content here in the tower, thank you.
Not everyone needs to be adventurous.
It's true. I'd rather you not be super adventurous, but having an adventure once or twice is not bad for you.
I've had my share. Me and Faye have gone on our missions back in the day.
Well, we should go on a little adventure while I'm here. Like, show me all your favorite spots.
I think that sounds wonderful. I do have more things to do today, but I can capture my lectures for tomorrow and the next day, and we can spend some time together.
That sounds lovely.
I think that'd be great. Where are you staying?
Well, we're staying in the Dark Tower.
Yeah. The Stem Shadow Tower.
Yeah, the Shadow
Wow,
Tower.
good job.
Hey!
You're staying
Nailed it.
there?
Yep.
With Professor Windle?
Yes,
Why are you staying there?
because he's
It's
one of the
free.
Wondrous's friends.
Oh, is he one of the ones you sent to
Yes.
give a journal to? Oh, that makes sense. I understand.
He's nice. His tower's a little
He is.
different.
He's quite smart. I've sat in many of his lectures. He has wonderful things to say, especially about the study of magic and things.
Well, yeah. I mean, Orthreus has a lot of friends who are very smart. I mean, it's Orthreus.
That's fair. Well, that's great. Well, I do have more things to get to today. I hate to leave, but I do need to get to grading some papers and prepare for the next lecture.
Oh, well, okay, Elliot.
So why don't you come back here, meet me in the main hall tomorrow, and we'll head out and about.
Sounds good, Elliot.
All right. Well, it was wonderful seeing the both of you again, and he kind of like gives you another goodbye hug. Then he kind of goes to give.
Pip squeezes him and I'm like, just a tiny little bit harder. And just like snuggles
He returns
him.
it.
And like snuggles him.
Then he
She's missed physical contact! Faye doesn't let her have too much physical contact.
Fair. So he kind of looks at Faye and just kind of like nods and says, "Good to see you again." So
I'm a damsel. I'm in distress.
Happiness.
I can handle this. Have a nice day.
that is
That's
Faye.
all that like gesture made me think of.
Have a nice day. Anyway, so you guys met up with
These hands, Meredith. These hands.
You can't twist it.
So as you guys make your way out of the lecture hall and kind of head on to your next task. Hey, look at that!
Progress.
Look at that!
See? She just needed time.
It only took me 26 years.
Yeah, that's fair.
And the internet.
It's fine. So we'll go ahead and take a break. We've been going for a little while, so it's a good time to take a pause.
Refill
So-
the teapot.
Refill the teapot. It is currently 7:47, so we shall plan on being back around 8:05. But for those of you watching, thank you once again for joining us. And we'll be back to see what the rest of the day holds. See you guys here soon. Bye.
interactive family.
Hey, welcome back. Sorry it took a little bit longer. We needed to have a few extra seconds to get the tea ready. But now we are back in action. So we will pick up where we left off. So where we left off is they had just met Pip's brother and made plans for the next few days. And now you guys are heading out of the lecture hall and into the main hall of the Maple College and have options. What would you guys like to do?
Well, weren't we gonna go look for the library?
Yes, we're going to the library next. 1 floor up.
Yes. So you make your way out of the Maple Archivist College, and you make your way up the stairs, and you eventually find your way to in the library, which is actually also owned by the Maple Archivist, so it's the Maple Library. You guys make your way in, and the librarian's around, and they ask if you need any assistance finding anything.
I'm looking for any books you would have on the Fae.
Let me see. He kind of leads you back to a corner of the library where they have these books, and he says, "Unfortunately, the books that we have are a little light. We have some information about the courts, some information about the creatures of the Feywilds, but no, not much else, unfortunately. A couple renditions of the different creature folios talking about the different Fey creatures."
Do you have any books about other realms?
Other realms, as in particular. There is different realms that exist. Different planes, if you will.
How about another realm that borders ours?
Oh, we have the, like I was telling your friend, we have some information on the Feywilds. Not much, but we have
No,
some.
not that.
We also have some information on the mortal realm.
Yeah, how about that?
What are you interested to find out?
Basic stuff.
We have lots of books that we've imported, a lot of fiction, but there is some histories as well.
Are there any light histories?
There is some histories, yes, if you're interested. Talking
Light
about,
histories, not really long, boring histories?
let's see.
Like a moderate reader, like not necessarily a beginner reader, but like...
We do have an, kind of a younger reader's take on history
Yeah!
from the mortal realm.
How about that? To start.
Sure. There you go. Now go back to the Fae books. Again, unfortunately our selection is a little light. There's just not a lot of information on the Feywild that we have gathered. They've only, more in recent years, become a problem, and so therefore garnered interest.
That is unfortunate. Perhaps I would be better served to inquire with the Maple Archivists.
Maybe so. I mean, we are the Maple Archivists here, but...
Do you have any scholars whose particular area of study coincides with the Fae?
I do believe we do. I think that would be Norris. Let's see. See you around. Send somebody off and they go back. And eventually they come back, trailing this kind of younger woman. She goes,
Woman?
yes.
What is a woman? We're animal creatures.
You're still male and female.
Yes, but like species, sir.
Oh, understand. Got you. See what you're saying.
Work with me.
It's Foxy. So she comes up and says, "Yes, hello, my name is Norris. What can I do for you? I heard you were looking for things on the Fae.
Yes, I'm particularly interested in the Fae.
What in particular are you looking for?"
Histories of the Fae, their interactions with the Dawnwood.
We do have, once upon a time, the Dawnwood did have kind of an emissary to the Fae, and he wrote a journal about his dealings with them. I do have that, if you're interested.
Yes.
Okay, let me see if I can get you a copy. Sets off and comes back with the book and hands it over to you. It's kind of a smaller leather-bound text, but you open it up and it's been copied over a few times, but it opens up and says, "Journal of Fae Relations." So, you guys wanna, how long do you guys wanna spend in the library?
I don't know.
So I can keep the copy of that book, or do I have to get a copy made?
It's the library, so you have to have a copy made.
So I'll have to have a copy made. So that's what I want to do next. Yeah.
Okay. She says, "Oh, I can be happy to make you a copy. Be about half a day's time before it's ready."
Very well.
I want to spend a little bit of an afternoon here so we can like read a little bit before we head out because we don't really have anything we have to do.
Yes, sounds good.
Okay,
So I think we spend like an afternoon almost.
Okay, so you're able to make it through most of the histories of the book. It speaks about this place, which name escapes me all of a sudden. Give me 5 seconds to pull it up. Because I have information on it, but I wasn't thinking I was going to need it right now. There it is. Elan. So it talks about this place called Elan. This realm, kind of like this mortal continent that's bordering the Dawnwood. It speaks on the relations they have with these halflings and these gnomes that live just outside one of the major crossings that the Dawnwood has trade with. The history in particular, it's kind of like a forward text that tells you about the information about how they got this book. This book was gained from that trading alliance. So the book talks about the history of Elan a little bit. It goes back into speaking about this continent that was heavy on magic. That there was all these that the study of magic was progressing going forward. But there was this one man who thought himself better than the rest and researched how to live forever, eventually turning himself into what you know to be as a Dracolich, as it mentions in the book. It's the same world.
I know.
So it speaks on his kind of like his rise to power and his fall as he's taken on by one of the kind of the deities of that realm. It then speaks on kind of like the political area. It talks about how two great nations rose out of the fall and have been not on great terms ever since. And talks about some of the battles between the two nations as they've kind of come to a shaky agreement of arms ceasing for the moment in recent history. And it speaks about some other kind of random battles of the past and the armies of the Dracolich attacking some general histories like that. Kind of big moments in time. And Faye, your book, the person in particular had dealings primarily with the summer court, more than the winter court, and he speaks often about how he was allowed to stay over there as an emissary and sat in, and the politics of the Fae were quite interesting. Everybody more or less lobbying for power against each other, and always trying to move forward in the courts. Although the kind of like the main ruling council typically tended to stay the same. He spoke on that they eventually kind of had a shaky alliance with the Summer Court at one point until eventually kind of relations between the Feywilds and the Dawnwood kind of more or less just kind of came to a quiet point. Not much was going on, not much needed to be said, so kind of faded into obscurity. But it does talk about some details of the Summer Court, how he noticed that the Greater Fae obviously never really aged, which he kind of thought was strange at the time, but understood. And then their tastes were always a little bit more whimsical than they were practical. In the style of dress and their mannerisms and things. And spoke about how the Summer Court always seemed to have some sort of ulterior motive behind the things that happened. So, yeah. That's what you find out for that book.
Alright.
Anything else you guys would like to look at in the library?
I don't know what else Pep would probably be interested in.
Let's say by the time it took you guys to get to those books, you'd probably be like 2 or 3 hours in.
Alright, so that will give me my advantage on... Or because I've been looking at the other book.
Not the same book.
Yeah.
So.
Let me see if there's anything that...
Unless you weren't planning on reading that book and you're just going to wait for your copy.
No, I'm good. I'll read the book.
Okay.
Pip would go and ask if they have anything on the Great Spirit.
They say, oh, we have lots of things on the Great Spirit. What particularly are you interested in? There's histories, there's sightings, there's kind of more whimsical texts.
Well, maybe later on, like near the end of the Great Spirit.
Yes, towards the crescendo of the final battle.
Yeah.
We do have something along those lines, and he goes out and pulls out a book, and it's kind of more of like, it's non-fiction, but it kind of reads like, it's more of like fiction. As you're reading into it, and he talks about how the warriors marched their way up to the tower, or to the mountain tower, and to fight the darkness, and the Great Spirit was with them, and was trying to hold back the darkness in this kind of more spiritual type battle. And parts it's reading bring flashbacks of you to the dream you had that night so long ago, and how it doesn't really kind of show the true exhaustion and the struggle that the heroes truly had in that situation.
Does it mention any of the names of the other heroes, perhaps? Because Pip would be, after that, she probably would be interested in trying to find, like, later trying to find books about those heroes, too, to try to learn more about them.
We'll say it does, but I don't have names for each hero.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, for the, like...
Yeah, we'll say it does have names for them. So you can take note of those if you want. And I'll tell you them later when I write them down. I think I would have given them each name, but I didn't. So it kind of talks about the final battle a little bit. It talks about how the Great Spirit was locked in battle, trying to hold back the darkness from fully infecting the Dawnwood. And it speaks on... It kind of goes into what seems to be a first-hand account, as somebody apparently was visited by the spirit before he fighted away for the final time. And it speaks on that he had stated that he was going to do the best he could for the Dawnwood, but he didn't think it would last forever. And so he was going to hide away their final weapon for hopefully it would save the wood in the future. Along those lines.
Does it have any, does Pip have any idea who possibly that person was?
It does not mention. It mentioned it was some sort of high priest back then.
High priest back then.
And that he was then gifted with a piece of the shard to hide away himself.
Pip will try to remember that for the future.
Anything else?
Like I said, if any of the other days we come to the library, she'll ask for a book on one of the heroes and try to learn more about them.
Okay. That's fine. When he gets out of the days.
Mm-hmm.
So what else do you guys want to do with this day? Big bustling city?
Do you want to try to find some, holy water? Maybe, an oil can?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking for holy water in an oil can?
Yeah.
Yes, an oil can to de-squeak doors.
I mean, fair, I think Faye can make holy water at this point, can you not?
Well, possibly, actually. I think bless.
No, not bless.
Not bless?
I believe the spell you're looking for is, consecration, I believe.
Well, let me look. Let me see what I got here.
There is in particular a cleric spell that does that. There's perform ceremony or something like that.
Sorry, random things that I think that we might use.
You guys just trying to circumvent everything I throw at you?
Yes.
I'm just we need an oil can in case there are more squeaky doors. Get those hinges.
Then again, you might not have it yet. I know it's one you get eventually, but...
Well, I had something like that where I could just do some kind of, ceremony. Here we go.
Yes, that is it.
You have it?
Hold on, I'm checking what it says. Okay. Atonement, blessed water. I can do that.
Cool. So we
Brilliant.
So Faye's already got the holy water, basically.
Handled. That's good to know.
Yeah, you can perform weddings too.
Oh my gosh! At the end of this, we know who's gonna get married. It's Primal and
Darius.
Darius.
It actually has bonuses.
Oh my gosh! I would love that.
See, get them married before the boss fight.
Yep, there you go. Then you can perform funeral right.
No.
I need that too.
But those two will be extra badass. Because they'll be married.
For the next 7 days, each target gains a +2 to armor class while they're within 30 feet of each other.
Yep. Notice it says adult humanoids.
Adults will count, humanoids were discarded.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pip, you can't get married.
Humanoid. You guys are humanoids. The human races are humanoids. Can't touch like 2 dogs and pronounce them married.
Right, but this is the Dawnwood. There are no humanoids.
You guys are creatures.
Yeah.
You guys are, but your guys
Doesn't
are.
make us humanoids, Shane. Just makes us sentient creatures.
Alright, fine.
Mean sentient creatures.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're discarding the humanoids bit.
Anyway, so
Square up, Shane.
there's a new spell you know you have.
Anyway,
Not a new spell, you've had it for a while.
so I want to
Coming
look
of
for
age.
Ouch!
Look at coming of age.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
What you guys are doing in 2 days?
Ooh, for the next 24 hours, whenever the target makes an ability check, it can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the ability check.
Yay.
We'll have to save that for a good period of time. You're still a baby.
Yeah.
A small child.
We can have a year go by before we need to do the final battle, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Obviously.
probably.
So, alright.
With the amount of time it's taken us just to get to, like, the 3rd, 4th city, then yes.
Alright, so you guys want to go try to find like a cask of oil?
An oil can.
No, a can.
So like,
Lubricating hinges, Shane.
Okay.
yes,
So,
Not
like, mechanic supplies, that sort of thing.
like squeak squeak.
Okay, so we'll say you
she
guys.
wants advantage on sneaky sneaking.
So like, open up doors, make them not so squeaky.
So we say you guys can eventually find like an industrial supply store. And you ask about kind of like an oil can. And
After a few odd looks, we get pointed to aisle 7.
you know, he feels private. No odd looks. He's like, okay, yeah, that's something we have.
Mhm.
He brings you out this kind of standard looking can. Says, stuff's a little bit harder to come by, but can you let it go for about a gold piece?
Thank you, sir.
You'll get about 10 uses out of it.
10 uses gold.
Oil can. Oil can. Wizard of Oz?
Yes.
Wizard of Oz? Shane?
I've seen The Wizard of Oz, Brittany. I don't remember that particular part.
The Tin Woodsman.
Yeah, he wanted an oil can. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. That's how they freed him from his
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Philistine.
I've seen the movie.
Philistine.
I don't have an
Just
impeccable
haven't
memory
in
of all things
years.
that are movie. It's still full of D&D stuff. I can't help it.
All right.
Am I
Thank
missing a
you,
D20?
sir.
If you are, I didn't take it.
Oh, okay.
Listen, you know I'd tell you the truth if I had.
I know you did. That's why I wanted to make the accusation.
Okay.
I might not actually be missing one. But
So
just quick
thank
count.
you, sir.
Of course, come back anytime you need anything of the industrial variety.
Thank
It's been
you.
almost a half an hour since we got back. You think I'd be able to keep it under my hat that I stole a D20 from you?
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, I wouldn't wait that long for the payoff. Damn.
Who knows what
I
kind of
would.
devil magic you're trying to
Be
cast
like,
over there?
oh, Shane, do I have to roll for anything?
You know I would.
I'll just
I'd
pull
be
this out
like,
of my
nah.
pocket.
I'd be like, you didn't notice
Pull it out of
all
my
night.
hair.
Right from behind my ear.
What the hell? No. Where's Dice Chain?
Oh, Dice Jail's over behind the curtain.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen.
Down in the low shelf. Should be right there at the end.
Oh, I see it now.
Only marginally ruined the effect. It's fine. I had to clean up the table because we had Thanksgiving, and this is the only table I had big enough to host people from. So
Hey.
I actually had to clean.
No, it's not you. It's you.
All right, so you guys get your oil can.
Sorry.
What else you guys want to do?
I think that's all I
think that's all.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys want to make your way back to the Stem Shadow Tower?
I want.
Nixie, stop licking.
Well, it's her foot, not the
I
couch.
don't.
So.
She hates the sound.
Don't care. Drives me nuts.
That's my hand.
story. When you grow up and you hear a dog licking on a wall all day long.
Yeah, just like that.
I can't even do it now. I don't know if I just got like a dry throat or something today. There we go. Yeah,
Like
not
that.
the proper amount of air.
I know this is what you guys come to the street for.
Or
I'm just
Nixie's
gonna keep doing the
noise.
finger
If you
guns
hear,
thing
if
every
you
time I'm
hear
cringy,
Nixie
it's fine.
over there, hours, all day,
No,
all day.
I'm sure they can hear it. It's a very nice microphone.
I was saying that's good to your microphone. Start taking a tally.
Anyway.
457.
So you guys want to make your way back to the Maple Tower? Or the Stem Shadow Tower?
I think we might want to check out some kind of like adventure gear store. I want to find something where I won't have to use the wand of web as terrain for myself.
What do you mean?
Like that time that I almost got really, really murdered.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I want to try and stop that. So you got to find something, whether it's like a rope bridge or something, like a rope ladder that I can string
Oh.
between the
Nick,
see what you're
immovable
saying.
rods and just
Stop
have
it.
that be able to use that.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, something I can use
Adventure supply store.
to... Yeah.
Yeah, so you can go look for
Adventurous supplies.
an adventure supply store, or you
Mhm.
can look for magic shop, or whatever you think
Supply
is the
store.
best.
Start with adventure supplies and then magic shop.
Okay, so you guys head to the adventure.
There are only so many objects I can attune.
So you guys make your way to the adventurer shop, which is known as the Gentle Sword.
Of course.
Be gentle.
Yep.
Dead!
Blood starts slowly dripping off my head.
Put my mother back, you son of a bitch.
She quotes my favorite movie. I'm like, I love you.
Now she gets all her points back.
Cement myself in her good graces. I don't have to worry about Shane's good graces.
Just
I brought
quote
you
Winnie-
cookies. I am in your good graces.
Just quote Winnie the Pooh and The Princess
Fair.
Bride. The many adventures of Winnie the Pooh, nothing else. Oh, and Christopher Robin, that one's fine too. Anything else new?
Alright, so you guys make your way over to the Gentle Sword.
Hmm.
You walk in, and there's this ratkin man who owns the store. He says, "Yes, hello, welcome to the Gentle Sword. What can I do for you?"
I'm looking for an object to render difficult terrain less difficult.
You looking for like some sort of magic shoe or something?
It could be. What sort of shoes do you have?
Well, fortunately nothing of the magical type. We have just your generic type of armored shoes. We have these nice pair of kind of padded boots. Some nice kind of plate boots.
No.
Just kind of your generic.
What have you in the way of rope ladders or suspension bridges?
We do have rope ladders. That is the thing we have. We have them in multiple sizes. We also, as far as rope grids go, don't believe we have anything, but I would imagine we could probably fabricate something that you could then set up if you needed to, but you have to somebody on each side would be the difficult part. The typical way a rope bridge works. But as far as like a rope ladder, that's easy enough. Something we have on hand. That's something you're interested in buying?
Yes.
How many feet of length would you like on the ladder? I'll give you a heads up. We will charge you a gold per foot.
Probably 50 feet.
What, 50 feet?
Mm-hmm.
So you can make that happen. We'll give you a discount. We'll take 5 gold off the top, so it'll be 45 gold pieces.
Very generous. So we're gonna put that in just rope ladder.
I don't know if it's in there, so just custom item it. Custom items. Is there anything else I can get to both of you?
I don't know.
We have wonderful things for venturing. We have lanterns. We have camping gear.
I don't need camping gear.
We've got this automatic fire starter.
I already have one.
Her name's Faye.
Fair.
I don't know.
We also have this gilded battle axe.
No.
No, I'm fine. No, an enchanted rapier. That would be something.
Fortunately, I don't carry much in the way of magical items. We do have this trident, though.
Nope. Do you know any place that might have an enchanted rapier?
Don't know any place that have an enchanted rapier, but there is a magic shop in town that you could probably check out. They don't have a large selection, but they do have some. They're known as the mirror image.
Mirror image. I don't know. Do you want to try to go there and look around, see what they have?
Very well.
Sure. We'll go there. And then Pip is also kind of wondering, like, if there's any, like, tavern or place like that that might have, like, a little, kind of like, almost kind of like a little bulletin board, like, hey, do this for, like, 4 gold pieces, or, you know, like,
You can ask them about
Quest
it.
board.
yeah, a little quest board.
He says, well, matter of fact, we have one here.
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
So this is the adventurer shop.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Up
Yeah.
over on that wall, sometimes people bring in and post things they need done, hoping that somebody who approves their shop would be interested in helping them out.
I'm gonna take a look.
So you see 3 postings on the board. One of which
No.
is one which
Do you need to roll something?
no, I'm just trying to. I'm quickly coming up with 3 mini quests. So one of them is a farmer who's saying he's dealing with pests on his farm and he's willing to pay 50 gold for the help. Another one is speaking that they need a rare ingredient gathered from outside the city, from a little ways away from the city. They're willing to pay 150 gold. And then there's the last one is looking for an escort to escort them to Autumnmount. And they're willing to pay 400 gold.
Which way is Stonewind? Would that take us? Could we go past Autumnmount that way? Like, okay, opposite
So
direction.
Autumnmount is, yes, the opposite direction.
Maybe we should do the ingredient one.
Yeah, my nature checks are pretty good. Disappointing.
Yes.
So do you guys want to take the
I'll
ingredient one
explain
off
it
the
to you
board?
later.
You guys want to take the ingredient one off the board?
Yeah, we'll take the ingredient one.
So as you do, it has a bunch of different. It has on the back side. You see, it has a bunch of instructions. It says that a scholar from the Maple Archivist is looking for a special ingredient for one of his concoctions. Yep.
Special ingredient for a concoction, you say?
Yes, it's. He indicates that it's located in one of the caves. It's north of the Don Pod. Yes. Since if you make it about a day's journey north, you'll eventually find your way to this large hill that has a cave system that heads down. And located in that cave system, there should be this kind of weed that'll grow near kind of pools, underground pools. That has kind of a faint bluish tint to them.
And Pip would also kind of be interested in doing the other quest too, the helping the farmer too. But that can also be at a later date. Does not have to be this time.
Depends if you guys want to grab it off the board or not.
Pip will grab it.
Okay, give me a second. Let me write this down so I don't forget it.
2 little mini quests I think would be nice. Keep us kind of busy. You know, something to do. While we're in town. Brittany.
You didn't know I was named after a place, did you?
I did.
Oh, no. I probably told you. That's fair.
No. You didn't.
Oh, well.
I just knew it.
I usually mention it.
It's one of those, like, I'm weird. There are just some
Yeah,
things
that's
I
true.
just know without even really knowing them. Some people are like, how are you so wise? How long have you been thinking about that? I'm like, I just knew it.
Just occurred to me.
I'm like, it's just one of those truths for me. It's just, it's like, I just know it for
It
some
makes
reason.
logical sense. Am I wrong?
Didn't you just know that you were named after a place?
Okay, so the farming
To be fair,
quest,
I didn't know until I was like 20. So.
the pest quest, comes from a farmer that's about. He's about 4 hours west out of the Dawn
It's
Pod.
the perfect quest for you. The pest quest.
He says that he's having these kind of like these pests that are kind of eating some of his crops.
Be more
needs help
clear
getting rid
about
of them.
pests. Are we talking about locusts or are we talking about mogwai?
It says pests.
I don't like it.
So
So how far away is that one?
4 hours west.
4 hours west.
Says look for the farm with the green banner.
So that honestly wouldn't be too bad because that's not like super far away. Like if there's like a day that we really want to be away for a while, we can go and do, you know, like while we're waiting for something to be done in the, you know, like if you're waiting for the book to be ready or something. That sort of thing.
All right. What else you guys want to do?
I think I'm. Well, are we gonna go to the magic shop or do? you
Yes,
not
we're still
wanna-
going to
yeah.
the magic shop just to peruse, see if
See if there's
something's
anything
useful.
that we're like, we need that thing.
Okay, so you guys make your way over to Mirror Image. Again, this one's run by Ratkin. Kind of this older gentleman with a beard. He welcomes you into the shop and he says, what kind of magical items can I interest you in today?
I don't know. Like, what interesting items do you have?
Mhm.
He says I don't have much in the rare magic items, but I do have a few common types. Are you looking for something more to buff you, or something to deal damage, or be something unique?
Any of those things.
Mhm.
I'm very vague, sir.
I just have to search through all the magical items D&D has to offer. Fine.
I'm trying to think. What would I be looking for?
So he says, I do have some interesting boots.
7-league boots.
I have these.
Sorry, I just remembered a story.
I have these interesting pair of boots that came to us from the Mortal
With
Realm.
7-league boots? I think I know what you're talking about. It's a ride.
I have these boots that come to us from the Mortal Realm. It's they're called boots of Elven kind. While you wear them, your steps make no sound, and they also have advantage on stealth checks.
Whoop! Sorry, I just got really excited. That would also be
Something.
nice for Dad.
Daft doesn't really need it.
True.
His stealth bonus is
Yeah,
through the roof.
but you know.
You, on the other hand.
Me! Oh, we also would need it for you too, because you're very.
Not necessarily. My stealth isn't that bad. Oh my God.
My stuff is +5.
Mine's +4, so. Yeah, but you always seem to roll dog shit for stealth rolls.
No, I don't. You do. Yes!
Both of us then. Because you definitely do.
The last time wasn't that great, but usually it's pretty good.
So that's just one of the options I have on the table. I also have this, which is kind of an interesting item. It's a decanter of endless water. This kind of jar will produce an endless amount of water.
So if you just like hold it upside down, I'll just continue.
Well, it has 3 different command words.
Mhm.
You have one which is stream, which produces a gallon of water. Fountain, which produces 5 gallons of water. Then there's geyser, which produces 30 gallons of water, which gushes forth in kind of a large geyser.
Sorry. I'm just picturing doing that to like somebody.
I could say we've tested the geyser function, and it is quite entertaining. It's quite forceful as well.
That is totally something we could do as a filler episode. Just rate and critique magical items.
Oh my
Think
gosh.
about how that we could stretch that out for a good long while.
Oh, I mean, there's lots of people who do that on YouTube, so there is a ton of check out this new D&D book or check out this magical item. What do we think? Blah 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 blah. So I watch many of them. I understand.
Idiot's Guide to D&D items.
Honestly, both of those sound great. I mean, they both like the geyser sounds like something we could use, especially Faye being like, "You're too close, geyser."
Back.
You don't know
What
it.
are you gonna do? Throw the jar at me? Geyser.
Is a jar of water going to help? Well, if you don't want it, give it back. No.
Another item that we have on hand is we do have this spell scroll. It has a very interesting spell. It has Fireball.
Like I said, all the items he said so far, we kind of want. We want all of them. Well, I want the boots.
Could definitely use Fireball. And so that would just add Fireball to my spells?
For one use.
Oh, it's only a single use?
It's a spell scroll.
Pointless. Never mind. I'm not
Says-
wasting money on that.
I do have one last item. I have this Ring of Mind Shielding.
Oh?
This ring makes you immune to magic that other creatures would use to read your thoughts, determine if you're lying, or...
Faye wears all the time. Faye would be like, "Yeah, that's me," putting it on my finger, wearing it constantly.
How strong is its enchantment?
It's mostly strong. I mean, it mainly just protects you from anybody that's trying to read your thoughts or get inside of your mind. It doesn't protect you from being controlled per se, but it does prevent people from being able to know what you're thinking or to be able to find you easily.
I still think probably
You can also make the ring invisible so no one will know you have it.
How much is it?
It also has one more unique function.
Oh.
If you die while you're wearing this ring, it contains your soul.
So if Faye dies by accident,
Interesting!
You can choose, from what I understand, you can choose to remain in the ring or depart for the afterlife.
Interesting.
But you can still communicate with anybody who decides to wear the ring after your death.
That'd be really funny, but I don't want Faye to die. How much is it?
This ring in particular, I would be able to let it go for about 600 gold pieces.
Nope.
I'll pay for it.
What?
Yes.
You're problematic, I just want you to know. Weren't you saving up for like an island or something? Shh.
We're going on quest soon. We're going to get more money.
Oh, I do have one more ring, actually. The Ring of Warmth.
We're wearing fur.
Never knows, you'll get cold.
Okay.
Cool.
Remove. That's for you. So how much is the jar of water thing and the boots?
Well, the geyser, the
Because you
canter,
should add that one too.
the canter of endless water, I would be able to let that go for, it'd be another probably 650 gold pieces. And the boots, I would be able to let go for about 450 gold pieces.
I'll do the boots. Not everything else. Sorry. I have 280 pieces now. You SOB.
Magic items are not cheap. Unless they're common ones. Common ones are a little cheaper. But
Okay. So what? The boots of what?
elven kind.
Okay.
Ugh, this ring is ugly. I am making it invisible.
That's-
Look at it! It's got a brain on it! Ew!
Ew.
It's ugly and I'm making it invisible.
That's fair. You can put it on, you make it invisible. As you put it on,
Oh, look at these boots.
Uh-huh.
Look at these
Yeah,
boots.
Shane?
you hear, oh, finally, get me out of this shop.
Aw, jeez.
Pretty. These are what the boots look like.
So there's already a soul in the ring.
You seem nice. At least I assume you do. I can't really read your thoughts because you're wearing the ring, but my name is Jum.
His name is what?
Jum.
Okay.
What
Thank
did
you for
I
buying
give
it.
you?
Well, buying the ring, I guess. Not really the ring, but close enough. What's your name?
A wearer can't prevent this telepathic communication. Holy shit. Who are you?
Oh, my name is John. I just told you.
Who are you? I did not ask your name.
Well, I was quite the interesting wizard in my time. I had this ring and created it myself. Then once I was unfortunately taken out in a battle that I was attacked from behind. Bastards.
A battle with whom?
Oh, it was the darkness many millennia ago.
Well, at least I'll have some insight on it. I'm sorry I spent all that money for...
Unless he's a big fat liar.
Unless he's a really annoying guy.
I'm
sorry,
gonna regret buying this magical... I'm gonna regret you buying this magical item.
I'm like, maybe we could do a 4-minute... Oh, no, never mind. Here we go. Sell it back! Sell it back! Sell it back!
Keep it in one of the pouches. Like, nah, screw this.
Yeah, I've been in this ring for... I don't really know how much time passes on the outside, but been a while, I think. Been put on occasionally. Been passed around a little bit, but I've been stuck in this damn magic shop. No one's put me on in a long time. About to finally get out.
I'm like...
See the world. Have somebody to talk to.
Should we go to another city and sell it off for a higher price?
I mean, has Faye told you that he's talking yet?
No, she does not know.
I'm just like... Or me as a person, I'm already regretting this decision I made.
We'll see how much I regret this as it goes on. He
'Cause I
starts to
really
bug me,
don't
he's
wanna-
gone.
Because I'm like, 600 gold pieces for a ring that's annoying the crap out of Faye.
Don't you worry. If I need to, I can sell it off somewhere.
Well, hey, you don't have to worry. The functionality isn't broken. You can still, if you die, you can still, soul can join me in here. Unfortunately, anybody who's joined me in here is left shortly afterwards. Find an eternity with me here in the ring doesn't seem agreeable to them for whatever reason.
280 gold pieces.
I don't understand why. I mean, I am quite the interesting person to talk to. I can just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
If
and
he
talk.
doesn't shut up,
I'm gonna...
You talk to him back.
Shane.
Yes.
John, if you do not shut up, I will place the ring in a pouch and forget it.
Should I just say, never mind, we didn't buy that? Because we
Oh
haven't
no, we
left...
have the ring.
I
I am
left
determined to
the
see
shop.
this be useful. I am determined.
He says, oh, I'm sorry, I guess. I apologize. I have a tendency just to ramble, and I haven't been able to talk in so long. It's just hard not to just kind of let myself go and talk and
This
enjoy
is not
time.
what shutting up sounds like.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Just gonna abuse the soul of the ring. Is it really stuffed with yarn pieces?
No, it's not.
Okay, you're just
I'm
putting them in there?
Yes.
Alright.
Because there's a hole. He's holy. Oh, God.
I saw that magical ring as it appeared as I was looking through magical items, and I'm like, oh, this is great. I know what I'm doing.
I'm
Instant
so-
idea.
Yeah.
600 gold for this.
Says, well, I am quite knowledgeable in magical things. I can teach you things later on if you are interested.
I regret this decision.
I see no reason why this can't be a profitable relationship.
It's much appreciated. I really do not want to go into a pouch or into the shop for a long period of time. I will try to restrain myself from talking too much.
See that you do.
I think at this point, Pip is really tired of carrying around arrows and crossbow bolts that she does not use.
Yeah, that's fair. You should sell off some of your superfluous crap.
Well, Dash says, I'll take the crossbow bolts.
Yeah.
Okay, 20 gone.
20 crossbow bolts, I'll add it.
You want to sell the other stuff?
Yes.
Okay, so what do you have, a crossbow?
A light crossbow.
You can get 20 gold pieces for that.
I will add 20 gold pieces.
What else do you have? I want to get rid of?
Hold on. I'm gonna add the 20 gold pieces. I
I have that
have
information quick on my
20 arrows.
20 arrows. Let's see. Let's say you get 5 silver for each one of those. So 10 gold pieces.
Let's see. Is there anything else I don't need anymore?
Lights keep flickering. I don't like it.
No, that's it. Okay. Okay, that's it.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do?
I think that's it for the day. That was a fairly profitable day.
All right. So you guys make your way back to the tower
Mhm.
on horseback. You guys head up the staircase.
Oh,
and-
do I have my copy of that book, or would I come back for it tomorrow
Just
morning?
come back for it the next day.
Okay.
You guys can be right there anyway. So you guys head up this familiar staircase, making your way up to the dinner hall, arriving just right around dinner time. As you do, Wendell says, "Well, I hope nice to see you back here. I hope your day was productive."
Yes.
Good. Well, I have some good news for you on the artifact.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Well, I do believe I pinpointed one of the locations of where one of the pieces are.
Yes.
I believe you'll find it.
Shane!
I keep contemplating on leaving it on a cliffhanger or not. But like, it's not like really a good dramatic part to leave it on a cliffhanger. So, all right. You'll find it in Stonewinds, just as I thought. That leads me to believe that the other artifacts will be where you thought you'd find them.
That's wonderful.
Here, I'll give this back to you.
Thank you.
Notice that the sphere or the piece, it's exactly the same as it was before. So.
There's just a little smiley face
You keep like
drawn on it.
Stress. Gotta get you back for your dice touching. Even though I haven't had to roll a single dice tonight.
I know.
I had one rolled tonight and it was a 20.
I had one roll and it was an 18.
Fair. So you guys have a nice dinner.
No, I had 2 rolls. Sorry.
You guys are able to make it back up to your rooms and head to bed. And that is where we'll end for this evening. And we'll pick up next time with you guys kind of waking up. So, kind of a more mundane episode, but some good stuff.
Shopping and recon.
Study.
The backbone of D&D.
That's fair. Not always just like fraught with adventure and danger.
I love that.
We did enough out-of-character killing of things in the last couple of sessions.
Well, that was kind of my thought. Like, you guys killed a lot of stuff in the last few sessions, so I was like, just let it kind of go.
Yeah.
There's a lot of combat. Figured we needed a little pacing episode. So,
And then soon it will be Pip's birthday.
yes.
A grand party.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us again, once again, here at Acadia RPG.
I'm gonna stop this finger guns thing. It's starting to bug me.
We love having you guys here. It's just great to have you join us. Even if you're watching and not talking, it's great to have you here. If you're watching on YouTube, it's great to have you. Thank you for spending some time with us and just enjoying us, hanging out with us and playing some D&D. So we'll be back next week, Monday at 6:30. Be on the lookout for announcements coming along for our Christmas special. It'll be quite Christmas.
Festive.
Yes, there you go. Festive. I was gonna say Christmas-rific.
Festive's better.
I'll wear my snowman earrings.
There you go.
They got little brooms. It's great.
So be sure to join us back for that. Keep watching. Keep checking our social media. We'll be posting updates. Thank you guys so much for keeping with us, watching with us. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Stay safe out there. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. For those of you, if any of you have anyway international, whatever, you have a wonderful week in general. And we'll see you guys again here next week, Monday at 6:30. Here at Acadia RPG. Have a wonderful night.